Am I starting with the joke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hey, why are giraffes' necks so long? Anyone?
Why?
Because they can't stand the smell of their feet.
Maybe I should get a longer neck.
All right, welcome to the Rendezvous. All four of your main hosts are here today: Jacek, Zach, Carter, and Davis. Also joined with our ag correspondent, Art. Yeah. So to start us off, Art, you got some stuff you want to say about Mike Bloomberg? Zach, do you want to kind of lead us into that a little?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what, maybe it was a town hall or something, but Mike Bloomberg was talking about the future of like the economy and people working in technology and stuff, and then went on to just kind of bash farmers. The quote from this little video is, I can teach anyone how to farm. 1, dig a hole. 2, put a seed in it. 3, put dirt on top. 4, add water. 5, up comes the corn. Went on to say that the skills needed to work in technology require more gray matter. So basically implying farmers are dumb and they don't have the capability to work in technology. I don't know. While Dylan's getting his thoughts together, I mean, I've got a couple things. It just is dumb how
you do.
It's just dumb how you can alienate an entire block of voters with these things, and he's going to get away with it. He has gotten away with it. It's just dumb. It's like that guy that was on CNN a couple weeks ago, making fun of conservatives for probably not knowing. They don't even have evidence that the people they were talking about don't know where Iran is on a map. And Don Lemon thought that was just the funniest shit he ever heard. So I don't know, maybe we should have led with a gay joke because that was pretty funny. See Don Lemon get all embarrassed.
Good idea.
So, Dylan, what are your thoughts on Mike Bloomberg calling farmers dumb?
Yeah, let them have it, Art.
Well, I mean, I've met a few farmers that are dumb, but in the modern day world, everything that we use has technology within it. Like, we go to classes all the time to learn about the new upcoming strategies of the farm. Like tomorrow's the 19th, yes. Tomorrow there's a class here at the local John Deere dealership, the local John Deere dealership, talking about teaching people how to use the GPS and their swathers that are coming out. And they're rebuilding these GPSs so you can put them back in your swather, so then so that you don't overlap your lines and you can be more resourceful and spend less money in diesel fuel getting all the hay you can out of your field.
That's pretty cool. So it tells you like where you've already gone across, so you can like map it.
You get it. Like the way I understand it, because I don't ever run the swather because I don't do much haying because that's not my job. But the way I understand it is you get in the swather, you drive to the field, then you go, and once you start your row, you turn on your GPS. It follows it, and then you turn around and go back down to do your next row, and your GPS takes it away and makes it go straight, right, following your last cut. So you do less overlapping and less, like you save more time and you use less diesel going through the fields.
Wow. Spoken as a true ag correspondent.
As he says, all you have to do is throw a couple seeds in the ground. It takes more than that. You got to fertilize the ground. You got to fill it up sometimes.
You tell him, Art. Hell yeah.
Okay. But you got like there's a lot more process to what he said. Like that's like people that have their little community gardens. That's what they do in town. But if you actually want a good crop, you need to put more time into it to get a better outcome, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, and it takes strategy too. You got to know what time of the year you're going to plant. You got to be ready to compensate for weather too, because a good hailstorm will take out a majority of your crop, right?
Yeah, like this last year, every year we usually plant two fields of hay barley, so we can cut it and then feed it because it has high protein. We feed it to our yearling bulls that come up to sale in March. But this last year, we didn't end up making it to the field to till it. Like we tilled it up a few times, dished it up, and then but once we got dished up, it started raining, and then our field is right along the creek bottom, and luckily we didn't put any seeds in the ground yet because that whole field was underwater. So it like you got to know like it's a certain timing of the year that you plant. And if you go too early, then you're gonna flood out your field. If you go too late, then you're just gonna have seeds out there dried up because there's no water to them. And it's all about the process.
Yeah, trust the
Well,
process.
And from my standpoint, it looked like Mike Bloomberg made it seem like, oh, it's just 4 easy steps and then you do nothing. Farmers and ranchers are out there every day working their ass off. They don't have like weekends off. They're always working. Am I wrong? Hey, Jacek, knock off your bullshit, okay?
Fuck you,
We're trying to
David.
be professional here.
Farmers work real hard during the growing season, the harvest season, and in between. But then they get their winter break, and they all go do their fun stuff and everything. Ranchers, on the other hand, we're out there every damn day, no matter the weather, and it sucks. So I wish I was a farmer some days, but other than that, I'd rather look at cattle than look at plants. But yes, we do put in a lot more work. Usually in the summertime when I'm out in the swath, well, not in the swather because I don't swath, but I'm out in the baler, my average day is about 14 hours. So I put in a lot of time when we're doing all of our harvesting and farming stuff on our ranch.
Yeah. It's probably worth noting. Well, okay, so let's be honest. Mike Bloomberg straight up called farmers dumb. But I think what he was trying to get at was that it's two different skill sets. Working the land, knowing how to farm, and then working in technology are two completely different things. But what gets me is just the way that he goes about trying to say that, and then gets away with it. Could you imagine if Trump called farmers dumb like that? You'd never hear the end of it. And then it'd be on the news for weeks. Trump calls farmers dumb. Mike Bloomberg gets away with it. Biden gets away with snapping at people at his rallies, calling them straight up liars and dumbasses. Like, it's just these people make me sick.
Crazy old fucker, dude.
Yeah, it just makes me sick that he gets away. He gets a free pass.
Biden's crazy. Bernie's crazy.
Some of Biden's outbursts have just been hilarious because he's just like an 80-year-old man yelling at people.
Yeah.
Jacek, you look like you're pretty antsy. Want to say something?
I don't have enough knowledge about this, so I ain't gonna say much.
Come on, you gotta have something in your
Well,
noggin.
How much technology do you use out in the gas fields?
Well, a surprising amount.
Onward.
Anything from the technology that we have in our pickups to track us and track our vehicles and what our vehicles are doing, to keep us safe and to
Speeding.
keep our driving defensive.
Speeding.
Speeding is for sure one of them. But I mean, we have GPS modules in our pickups that can track the amount of G-force we take on turns, the amount of G-force we take on bumps, so it can help us become better drivers. That's just our pickups. When it comes to even measuring to the gas production and gas flow itself, everything from measuring the amount of gas that is actually being produced takes a lot of things that I don't even know, because it's not my job to
At least he's honest.
how gas is measured. I mean, you take into account to a lot of things, from temperature to the wellbore to the orifice size.
But you use technology to record all of that, right?
Everything is done on technology to record
Yeah.
things. Everything goes into a database and a server that is just compiled in. It's like, I don't know. It's a fucking big ass teamwork is sitting fucking, like, imagine a bunch of little. You guys remember that fucking SpongeBob episode where everybody's running around in his brain and it's all on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's fucking like. Everybody in there running around, shit on fire.
Yeah.
But
Wise
That's most
somehow-
of our
words,
brains
Well-
most days.
Wise. Okay.
The point I was trying to make is even like Jacek, a guy that, didn't go to college, but like has a well-paying job, benefits, everything. What his type of job really supports the economy of the entire country because it's energy, it's natural gas, it's what keeps shit going. He's still using technology all day long, right?
all day, every day.
Same with farmers and ranchers. If they don't have the technology they have today and have to go back to the old techniques they used in the early 1900s, late 1800s, our whole economy would crash instantly.
We wouldn't be able to feed the whole world. The population has grown so much, and we have to grow with our technology that we use for farming. The technology we use for farming is helping feed this world, even though half the world thinks that we're doing it dirty with our GMOs and pesticides and other crap.
Or thinking that your cattle are destroying the climate.
Yeah, my cattle's farts are killing the world, so.
I see these posters up around campus, and they're trying to like get skiers to be more environmentally conscious. So it's a picture of it's a picture of a ski slope, and that says your post shred meal could be your last, and then it's talking about like changing our diets so that we're not eating beef after we go skiing.
Oh my god.
But you
Yeah.
got to replenish the protein. Skiing is a hard
First thing I
workout. If you're
go-
pushing yourself, your legs get tired. You got to eat the protein to replenish the muscle.
First thing I do when I get into the lodge is buy a big double bacon cheeseburger. Right?
Yeah.
Or fucking
Exactly.
chili.
Or
I love
chili.
You
Put
know
the
how
chili
many
on top
bacon
of the double bacon
cheeseburger,
cheeseburger.
French fries.
Yeah.
A steak.
skiers should be
God,
more.
on our ski trip, on Cardin and I's ski trip, I
We,
treated myself really good. I was
we
eating
treated
damn
ourselves.
good every day.
We spent so much money on food.
What you
Skiers
got,
could
Dylan?
save the world if they just stopped skiing and actually started working. That's a fact.
I only ski on the
Yeah.
weekends.
You ain't work.
And it worked.
Okay,
best
all
at
right,
church.
all right, all right, all right.
And guess
Shut up.
what? The snowy mountain is my church.
True. So, are we done with the Michael Bloomberg stuff, or does anyone have some more comments on that?
Yeah, I got something to say. Vote Trump in
Okay.
November. There, that's all.
Yeah.
I hate Mike Bloomberg, man. He's an anti-gun bastard.
Mini Mike.
God, just get out of here. Get out of here, man.
So, I forgot to kind of start off this episode with the elephant in the room. We haven't heard from Jacek since fucking November, so do you want to maybe update us on what it is Jacek Axman has been up to?
Has it really been since November?
I think so.
Well,
Holy
we
shit.
recorded like once in December.
Anyways, Jacek, what have you been up to, man?
Oh, since November?
You're asking him
Well,
to
since
remember a lot.
Since the audience has heard from you last.
I guess I've just been up to life, just
Yeah?
working and
Wow.
Drinking?
working, and when I'm not at work, I'm trying to do something, outside. That's what I like to do, of course. And I guess in December we had a good, I wouldn't call it a coal, but I had a bunch of buddies come out to the ranch and we got a bunch of does killed. It was good management. There's still so many out there though. It needs to happen more effectively. Huh, Davis?
So we'll each buy 20 tags next year.
Well, what Jacek's hitting at a little bit is that my doe hunt with Jacek was a little bit of a shit show, but
A little bit.
I guess we not talked about that yet.
All right. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did. That was the
We
last time
talked
Jacek was
about-
on.
Yeah.
That
we
I
did.
shot does, but we didn't talk about the actual hunt, did we?
Yeah, we
No.
did.
Yeah, you scoped yourself, didn't you?
No, that was Vela.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
Derek.
Yeah.
Bean.
That.
No, I don't think
thought-
we talked about the actual
We didn't.
hunt. We just
No.
said I shot does.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Well,
Okay, so
well, explain
I don't know.
why it
Let's-
was a shit show.
let's
then.
hear Jacek's point of view, because
Oh,
I already said my gun needed to be sighted in a little bit better.
Then you should have cited it in.
Yeah, and that's
What?
on me, but it got the job done. So Jacek, go ahead and
so the first thing I always ask someone before we go hunting is if they shoot their gun, is sighted in, and
you
Just
did
look.
not ask me that.
I thought I
just showed up and went.
maybe
He
it's just
started asking after you.
probably, but
After my 8th shot, he probably was like, "Dude, when the fuck was the last time you shot this thing?"
so they come out, I pick them up, head up, find a few does, and we start our stalk, and we stalk into probably, what was it, 180 yards, something like that, to doe.
Yeah, I was close to 200. I don't know if it was exactly 200 though.
Anyways, and they're like, okay, we lay down in this irrigation ditch, and we have Earl Not Yet behind us videotaping. That's the best part about this whole thing. And okay, I'm like, all right, Davis, go ahead. You're ready to go, And it's like it's World War II fucking started. He could not hit the broadside of a barn until he finally did. He put one doe down, and then they started running, and he put another doe down finally. I don't know. He had to reload, actually completely reload. Earl had to run back up to the truck to grab his backpack with his bullets in it.
It was a complete shit show.
Reload again. I'm like, okay, his gun's not sighted in. So the one doe is fatally wounded, not dead yet. So we run up to her to put her out, and I'm like, all right, we're about 50 yards. Can you get it from here? And he goes, yep, and he does. Thank God. Like, okay, better go check on this other one. And it was also fatally wounded. And I say fatally wounded with a grain of salt.
It was gonna die.
It was gonna die eventually, within a time frame of hours to days.
Whoa, hey.
But,
Maybe it was gonna die between 1 and 3 hours.
Where'd you hit it at?
I hit it in the.
God,
Where did I hit that second one? The first one I hit just a little low, but I nicked the lungs.
I
the
think
second
that
one-
second one, I think you hit good. It's just taking a minute.
Yeah, one of them I hit good, but it was taking a while.
It was
I
that.
can't
it was the
remember if
second
that was the
one.
first one or second one.
Definitely the second. But I'm like, okay, and then walk down the other one and put another bullet in that one. Just get it over with. And here's actually the true best part. We call Davis's new nickname is the Butcher. Okay. So we get him pulled together and like, okay, Davis, you start getting to work on him. It was probably the most miserable operation I've ever seen in my life.
So
I thought Derek was bad. But this was. I started feeling bad. I wanted to help, but I just let him.
no, he just sat there and laughed. Okay, so I've never claimed to being the best animal gutter ever. I've never said I'm good at it. I've never said I'm okay at it. I just get the fucker done. It might not look good, but by the end of it, it's done. Enough. It was pretty bad because
The trachea and the heart might be up there still, but it's good enough.
I have a weak stomach anyway. And so when I'm gutting, I'm already gagging anyways on a clean shot. One of the shots was in the stomach or liver. One of them.
Far back.
That probably smelled bad.
And it was fucking nasty. There's shit everywhere. And so I was just trying to make it through without throwing up. And I didn't throw up, which I was proud of myself.
I will say one thing. I got a Christmas list / birthday list listed out for everyone. And Davis's was definitely sharper knives. That was one of his problems. I noticed right off. He fucking lost one. Then he had to go to his other one, which is just as dull. But half an hour later, they were both gut out. So we loaded them up and took them back, got them hung up. And we're like, hell, we still got, what, an hour and a half or so left of daylight. Two more tags left.
Easy. Hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
2 tags left. I had one, Davis had one more. And so like, okay, I'll try to get one with my bow. So we drive back on the place, spot a few deer. This is kind of crazy because we drove, I don't know, 100 yards from a few deer, and I just walked right out the truck, stayed behind a tree from a dog.
You were driving the truck and we had deer on our right and our left, and the ones on our right were kind of down a little hill. So if Jacek would have gotten out, he was driving. If he would have gotten out on his side and moved around his truck, he could have had a shot at those. But he parked the truck in a way to where there was a big oak tree in between him and these does on our left. And so he parked, got out, got his bow, and kept the tree in between him and the does and put a really nice stock. That was fun to watch. Sneaking up on him and finally pulled back and shot. I don't know what was going through your head during that.
I just couldn't believe that it was working. This is actually going to work, and creeped up to 33 yards and ranged him, dialed in my sight, and
his dark magic sight on his bow.
10 ringed her, dead within seconds with a bow.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And then the last deer we shot with like 3 minutes left in shooting light.
Yeah. I had me and Davis, we spotted some up on the hillside, and we crept across the creek, crossed a little bridge on the creek, and laid down and just kind of waited. And they were all hanging out in the brush, and not wanting to come out in the open. And finally, I just got pissed off and like, okay, Davis, we'll just start walking at them. Just walk at them. So we did, and they finally got out, and we threw down the backpack, and Davis laid down and shot one perfect. Finally, killed it in seconds.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, good shot, Davis.
Yeah. And we didn't even get up to that deer till dark. We had to use basically our headlights to see it. So
Headlights off the truck, and I got my last one in this one, and it was all right.
yeah. Then we got him hung up and taken care of, and the rest is history.
It was a fun day. It was fun. I'll give it that. It was a fun day.
What about my does, Butch?
Oh yeah, then we got Carter's hunt. What, like the next day or something?
2 days later, yeah.
Yeah.
So Carter was on call for a deer hunt, and called him up on his way to. You're going to like a breakfast or something?
I don't know. Probably. I don't remember what I was doing that morning.
Yeah, because you just showed up in like clothes. Like
That is true.
there's maybe like a foot of snow on the ground, in some places a foot and a half. They're like, all right, we're just gonna send it. And drove up on a county road overlooking the place and spotted a few. Drove back to a place that we'd be out of sight. We get out and stock up on them. We did. And I'm trying to remember exactly how the first one went. We saw a deer bedded down in the creek bottom, and we got above them and started walking towards them, trying to relocate them. And I don't know, we must have half-assed busted one, and
There was one up on the hill. We were walking alongside
yeah.
the hill, and there
Yeah.
were some does bedded down on the hill. And so then when we came walking, we were watching that one in the creek bed. But we spooked those does up on the hill, and I just got down on a knee and popped it.
yeah, he smoked that one, the very first one. I think it was like 100 yards away, and it tumbled down the hill. But that shot spooked out the ones from the creek bottom. And we're like, oh shit, there goes those ones. And we run back maybe 50 yards, and Carter gets on lays prone, and he 10 rings this other one. Carter knew my reaction. I was impressed. I've never seen anything like it.
This isn't a matter of like 30 seconds. I dropped that first one, and Jason's like, shit, they're running. We run back a little ways. I turn around, and I just get down and pop the second one. And Jacek was just freaking out because I double lunged that second one. And it was already pretty much at a sprint. And so then when I shot it, it was at a dead sprint across this big open field. And there was just a blood trail that was like 100 feet long through the field. And you could see it from where we were at up on top of the hill.
Nothing like shooting an animal on the run.
Exhilarating.
I just never seen a bullet create that much of a blood trail just spraying. I mean, yeah, I was on the snow, but I ain't never seen nothing like that. And I've seen a lot of deer shot and animals shot with a rifle, and that was a first for me. You must be using those military grade bullets or something.
Incendiary rounds, dude.
Yeah.
Cooks the meat a little bit when it goes through.
Catch and cook.
So I don't know if the microphone is picking it up or not, but there's some turkey sounds coming from our basement, like turkey calls. Are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy that lives in our basement got picked up to do a hunting TV show, I guess. And like legit, they get to go on like 4 or 5 turkey hunts and film it and send it. Those videos will be online somewhere. I'll find that out, I guess, later. But if they do a good job, he'll get a show on the Sportsman's channel. So I don't know. He's been having like turkey sounds playing almost every night. which is comforting.
Comforting?
So,
Yeah, love the sound of turkeys.
the guy living in your basement in your house in Laramie is going to be on the Sportsman Channel.
Perhaps, yeah, he has a shot at it.
That's cute.
Wow. My
Yeah, we'll
life-
have to try
great.
to get him on hopefully before the end of the semester.
That's cute.
Yeah.
What? Everybody, our friend Buffalo Hunter's insane. He drinks lemon juice
Straight.
straight out of the big lemon juice bottles.
He's a fucking weirdo.
You are a psychopath.
Art. Did you do any hunting this fall?
I tagged a deer in November.
How'd that go?
Well, I totaled a pickup.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
That was a good one, Art. That was a good one.
Yeah, I tagged
That's
out in
only
November. I tagged out in November, and I decided that was it for hunting this fall for me. I was over with the deer, and then got my new pickup right at the beginning of December. Was in the shop the whole month, basically getting fixed, and then middle of last month, I already tagged out for 2020.
So I forget, in Wyoming, can you keep the animal if you hit it? Because I know
believe
you can in Montana.
I believe so in Wyoming.
Yes, you. Yeah,
Did
you
you-
can, but you have to get a tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get a carcass coupon.
Yep.
Did you keep either one of the animals? No?
What I always do is I get out and make sure they have deceased and they're not suffering anymore. And then I huck them as far off the road as I can in anger.
So, do you keep a gun with you in case they're still alive so you can put it out of its misery?
No comment.
All right.
What do you do? Okay.
I don't want people knowing if I have a gun with me.
All right.
Yeah.
Why not? It's legal to conceal carry in Wyoming. You don't need no
That's
permit.
Yes, I know, but I don't want people knowing I have a gun with me at all times.
Nobody knows who you are. You're Art.
Everybody knows who I am. because
Or
if-
you haven't even made up a last name for yourself yet. You're just Art.
I had one the other day and I forgot about it.
Damn.
Forgot about
Art
the
forgets
last
a
name.
lot.
Well, Jacek, did you do anything else in like December? Or have you gone anywhere, traveled anywhere?
This kid turned 21 last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess. Now we celebrated it last Friday night. That was our good old riot in Sheridan County.
Where'd you go?
Well, we had my party at my parents' house, which is always a good time. We had family there and friends.
Taught him King's Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you look pissed when you had to blow out them candles and they were singing happy birthday to you.
It was like fucking 10 days later was my birthday party. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You're 10 days late. There's no point in this shit.
So, did you hit the bars?
Well, by the time we left my parents' house, it was what, midnight, 1
It
o'clock?
was midnight. We finally got a ride downtown.
We got a ride down there, and we just went to the Mint and bullshit there for a while. And
Ugh.
Dylan had a good time, and we all had a good time. And
Hit the shrimp tails real hard.
yeah, the shrimp tails.
Watched
Well,
it was fun.
fun. Did you
When did you go get fuckered up with Jim? Old Jimbo.
Well, that was I went and had a good time with him on my birthday, Thursday of the week before. And then I went again the next Thursday. And then we were drinking at their house on Friday?
Yeah, it's Friday. That
So-
day slept I got up at 3:30 and started feeding my dad's cows, and we didn't go to bed that night until we didn't get home till a little after 2. Then I was up till like 3, Snapchatting people I shouldn't have. So that was about 24 hours of craziness for me. It was.
Well,
I gotta settle
good.
down.
Jacek, have you gone shed hunting at all? Because whitetails have lost their sheds, right?
Yeah. Pretty much all of them by now, just about.
Have you found any?
Yeah.
That's good.
It was
We'll
actually
talk about shed hunting more on another episode. I just wanted to see if you've gone out yet.
We
Yep.
ought to go shed hunting down here.
There's no fucking animals near Laramie.
You can't find
I
hippie
know.
sheds down there, boys. It's
Yeah.
hard.
found a few whitetail sheds already.
That's
then
good.
we got right now, you know, the mule deer are starting to drop. We got hit by 1.5 feet of snow, so we got mule deer sheds underneath snow, and they're dropping as we speak. So
So mule deer sheds drop in February,
they'll start.
and elk.
Actually, I'm wrong. I saw mule deer who have shed in December, but those are the freaks. And in January, those are the freaks, and usually an unhealthy deer will shed early, but usually they don't make it through the winter. Is what I.
So whitetail shed in about December, right?
They'll begin in mid-December.
And then mule deer will go anywhere between January and February, into March.
On average, usually beginning of February into March.
And then what about elk?
Well, there you always have those freaks that might shed in January and February, but on average they'll start shedding, and probably they'll start after the 10th of March and begin shedding around there.
That's interesting how they have different timings.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Thing
But,
has to
yeah,
do-
we'll talk about that more in another episode.
All right.
Any final thoughts?
We're already done.
We're pretty close to it. Yeah.
We're about at 40 minutes, bud.
I went
Zach
by-
looks impatient as hell, just sitting there.
He's
My
got to
ass hurts.
How's your
Yes.
cruise?
My ass is pretty comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
might sleep like this tonight.
Jacek are sitting in recliners right now.
They look like a married old couple. Jacek had his hand over on Art's chair. Looked like he was trying to hold his hand or something.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna burn for that.
So, Zach, final thoughts?
Trump 2020.
You're just a bigot.
Sure.
Art, got anything?
Support your local ranchers and your Elks Club.
Oh yeah, you're an Elks member. I still need to become an Elks member. I'll do that over.
On the papers.
Sunday.
Give me the
Zach, did you get in?
I'm in, but I'm not initiated yet, I think.
Oh,
He's gonna ride the goat when he comes back this summer.
fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Jason, got anything?
Come back to me.
Oh my.
Awesome. I missed it. I missed it.
Why, Jacek? Just have something to say. Throw Davis off for once.
Yeah, catch me off guard, would you? Carter, you got anything?
Well, I don't really think I got much. If any of y'all want shirts or stickers, you can still hit us up. Check out our social media pages at 307 Rendezvous.
Oh, that
Send
that
Rainier
brings
to
me-
Zach.
That reminds me of something. Jacek's parents got him
Yeah.
a rendezvous
Those
shirt.
sons of bitches.
They basically stole our logo from us and made their own shirts. I love it.
And coffee mugs.
Yeah, and a coffee mug.
They made
Yeah,
more
what
merch
the
than
hell?
we
There's
have
a
thought
copyright
about
on
making.
these things, Jim and Ann.
We need to do that over the summer, but yeah.
All right, I have mine.
Yeah, okay. Go.
Curse you for giving away Healy. That's a good goddamn fishing hole.
Healy?
You don't say
It's all a
names on
bunch
this
of fucking
podcast.
church.
You don't say names.
They're Healy Reservoir. You could have 1,000 people on Healy, and you're all getting a limit out for 10 days in a row.
Darn you to heck.
Well, I'm glad you were on this episode. I hope you're on more episodes, Jacek. I missed you.
Yeah, Jacek, figure it out. Hey, Butch, by the way, when you coming down to Laramie to celebrate your birthday?
TBA.
He
To
just
be-
doesn't want all our listeners to know, so they don't overcrowd him in the bars.
All five.
Oh, yeah. He wants to keep all the ladies off of him.
Yep.
All
Stay
five.
humble.
Well, hell, get your ass down here, okay?
Planning on it.
Well, plan sooner.
Trying.
Awesome. Well, we'll see y'all next time on the Rendezvous.